Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Hello, Taurus. We're doing a part 2 because you asked for it on a bigger picture, bigger goals, energy shifts. Now, that was a few weeks back, but I'm getting here to the part 2 that you had wanted. And just as a recap, we talked about in that particular read about you being destined for something bigger and a spiritual body having a human experience, finding your way to what you're meant for. That's we determined was pretty huge, and what you agreed upon here that's huge to do. We felt like it was maybe something to do with nurturing for a lot of you and healing. And the advice was to get with your spirit team. So I hope you've been able to do that in the last couple of weeks. Collaborating with them, getting the downloads. Yeah, there's something that you accepted before you were born that's huge. Finding your way to that and what you agreed upon to do here in the way of goals. Now, what we came across a couple weeks ago is very similar to as I drew cards just a few minutes before hitting record that I'm seeing here now. And just to expedite this, I went ahead and got a base going here. But for those of you who wanted more information, yeah, I'm still seeing healing and I'm still seeing nurturing. In fact, the Healing Hands card that came out in that read came out in this read. Okay, so let's just kind of go through this energy so we can get a little bit more for your part 2 here. Hopefully that will be helpful. And that is you've got connection. The Oracle connection. This talks about a close relationship. With it came the Tower and the Magician. The way I'm reading this energy is that you're helping others who are going through Tower moments and who have maybe even brought this on themselves. You know, it's something like that where you're helping people through traumas. This could be also what you agreed upon. And you have manifested this. Or you might find that in your day-to-day, people tell you things and they're out of the norm, but you hear people divulge information to you all the time, okay? And then you've also got inner child here. So this is you also helping those people who are coming to you or that you're drawn to, or vice versa, they're drawn to you with inner child healing. This is healing and helping people realize that their emotions surrounding this are real. You know, a lot of times people find they're in situations where other people in the family or in the situation remember stuff differently and you're kind of talked out of your own feelings. This is you helping people with, no, stay with that emotion. That is very valid. And not being talked out of how you truly feel about something. This is paired with the 7 of Pentacles, that being in situations as a child where, or the energy that I'm reading here is where people that are now adults are still dealing with the fact that as children they weren't paid enough attention to or they weren't invested in enough. Then you have Healing Hands, which we've talked about a little bit. And that talks about one hand is chaos and one hand is order. It came out with the Fool in the reverse and the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Motion is slowed up when there is chaos, but it speeds up when there is order. Energy is stagnant in the chaos, and then you come in and help people with very big, this is the huge that we kept seeing in the first read. What are you doing that's huge? What is it? And you asked for a part 2, more specifics. It's helping people. And we hinted at it, we got at it a little bit a couple weeks ago with regards to nurturing others and nurturing in areas where you weren't nurtured. Now you nurture the next generation. But I'm also getting, as we dive deeper into this, this is on all levels, all ages that you're helping people. We get the cycles of life here. This talks about sometimes things go your way, sometimes they don't. And you're helping people not only through when things go well, but when things don't go well. And you're helping people with that type of keeping it kind of light, like everybody goes through bad and good times. It's just part of it, and how to get out of the chaos into the order. You also have growth out here. This talks about everything happening at the right time, in the soul's timing. And we talked about big concepts, what I consider big concepts like this, soul timing, okay? What comes out here just overall is the King of Cups. That is certainly an energy that's helping other people. This is an emotionally stable individual. This is an individual who's gotten to be emotionally stable because of all that they have experienced. And they can help people now because they've lived so many extraordinary and good and bad extraordinary events in their life. They've come out on the other side and they remained emotionally stable. They can help others with that emotional stability. They are there for others. King of Cups does for others. The King of Cups can be in a situation where maybe you find you are with these people, where their emotions are all over the place, or the situation is all over the place, and you can still remain grounded and you can help them to get there. You don't take on the energy of the room or the energy of the situation and it goes, chaos for you, or you add to the chaos. You bring people back down to the grounded. Let's learn something from this and let's get out of the chaos into the order. Let's learn something from this about trusting our feelings and how we felt as children and how we're carrying that around now. Let's form these strong bonds, these connections, these companionships, so we can discuss the tower moments that you've endured, that you're in now. Yeah. And you also have overall the 5 of Cups here in the reverse. So this talks about coming out of regrets, and you're helping people with that as well. Overall energy I'm seeing is you are very dynamic in this setting, or you could be. You have an inkling, you have an understanding about yourself that yes, you would be very good in these types of social services, philanthropic areas, and that you would be the dynamo that is the light that people are drawn to, but you are also the help. You're the healing that can go one step further and be helpful to them to restore a family and restore relationships and restore what is broken. It's definitely a family oriented humanity vibe that I get here with you, and something that intrigues you, that you like, that has always intrigued you, that you're good with, okay? And like I said, and bears repeating, people will tell you things that they wouldn't necessarily tell anybody else because they sense that you can actually provide help, that you do in fact provide. This is a healing. We talked about the healing hands. We talked about the nurturing in the part 1. In part 2, I see it repeat again too, the healing hands and the nurturing. That's so key here to what you naturally bring to the table. And also you're good with emotions, particularly ones that kind of run rampant and wild. You can bring it back into a nurturing vibe. Now, also I'm seeing, yes, you agreed to something here that is revolving around what we've talked about. And this is huge, and that's part of the huge part. So let's focus in on the cards a little bit more and see if we can't get a few more tips here for you. Hope that you are finding this helpful as we do. Because yours was a pretty outstanding read, I have to say. And like I said, we did get some requests for a part 2. So let's get a little bit further here. But I think this is getting a lot more detailed as far as helping you here. More messages here for our Taurus. You've got the moon here and the Empress. This is a new moon, if you're with me in real time, that's happening today. So, and with all new moons, just remember to always be talking about what you want to bring into your life. This is what you want to manifest, because the new moon is connected with that type of energy. You've got the Empress and the new moon. Yes, you are the abundance. You are the healing. You are the health. You are the nurturing. You are whatever needs to fill in the blank to help somebody else get to a place of getting past their demons, getting through their demons, working on their demons, identifying their demons, getting to something healthy. You're the abundance and the health that gets them to that energy as well, abundance and health. You are the key. You're the catalyst. This is what I believe the energy is for sure saying here is what you signed up for. And, you kind of have a grid to your face that's like forever moving. Like people may say, I can see your aura, or you can see other people's aura. There is definitely something very magical about you. And you know this too. You can be a chameleon. You can work in all, and this is exactly what we're talking about. You can be in any kind of setting and make a difference. And you can be in any kind of setting and walk right in there where someone else would be hesitant or even flat out say, no, I can't do it. You can get right in there and you can make a difference. You're a chameleon. Ace of Wands is out here. This is your passion. If this is your read, this is your type of passion, is to help others. This is what you signed on for. And when you asked for a part 2, we were getting more specific what this is. Chariot is here. This is your passion and you go after it. And we also talked in that read about there was a sense of, I'm still the same very intuitive spark, but for some reason I can't make the connection of where I'm supposed to put those efforts. This is where you're supposed to put those efforts. So I hope that's gotten a lot clearer. And I do see once you get clear on that too, things move and they move fast. So think about different areas that you could maybe start out volunteering or, just start sending your resume around to, or other people that you know of that are in these kind of settings that just need your help. That are in these kind of tower moments in life or needing help with their inner child. Needing someone to connect with, just needing that connection. Settings where you see there's chaos and you can bring order. Yeah. You are the Empress. You can also, there's an element here of helping people one step further to achieve their dreams and their goals. Judgment. You help people with the transparency of their lives and who they are. You help them to expose that so they can heal from this, so they can talk it out, so they can get back into their natural flow. You help them to see the areas that they should be feeling good about. Maybe you're one of the first people or first person to ever mention that to them. That could be part of the inner child healing that needs to take place. They haven't had somebody in their corner. They haven't had somebody telling them what absolute excellent talents they have and where they reside, and you're specific about it because you paid attention, because you care. Yeah, you really make a difference in people's lives. And we've talked about the different ways. And here is, as we're talking about hopes, wishes, and dreams, and specifically wishes, here's the star, which is all about healing and wishes. So yeah, in summary, I would say in a variety of different ways you go at this, but your bigger mission has had something very large to do with helping others find their dreams. Recollect those dreams, achieve those dreams. And you're just like an angel yourself, an earth angel. 5 of Swords in the reverse, that they don't need to, it's a reminder to these people that you work with that they don't need to compare themselves to other people, to focus in on their race, their lane, stay in it. That's a losing game anyway, when you start comparing yourself to others. Final messages here for our Taurus with our part 2. 10 of Swords. Endings. Ending to the pain. Ending to the pain. 3 of Cups, celebration. getting through that pain and celebrating on the other side. And also you help people with getting out into the world again for some, and being inspired and seeking out new friendships and collaborations and people that they can count on, and trusting in that. Getting past these towers, getting past this. We did talk in part 1 about depression and being drained, getting past that type of energy. Finding their purpose. That's what you're also helping people with as you find yours. How interesting. Yeah. Dealing with heartbreaks in life. Having the strength to do so. Yeah. Creating opportunities. You're doing all of this. Helping people see where they hold themselves back and how that's just an illusion for them. Yeah. Terrific, terrific, terrific. When to defend themselves, when to stand their ground, to know what they want, to go after that. Yeah, you are a big gift to these people. That is your part 2, Taurus. I hope it's been helpful. We've gotten into some of the details. I'm happy to do it. I think we got a lot of information, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful what you're doing. It's beautiful what you signed up for. I hope that you have found it helpful. Until next time, let's remember who we are, and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me here with Auntie Chats and Tarot.